we go. Hello, beautiful goddesses. Hello, how are you doing? How are you on this beautiful afternoon? And I'm here to talk to you about path to empowerment. And, this is such an interesting topic because empowerment is such a vague word, right? Like we wonder, like you can be empowered by simply just thinking I'm empowered, right? So what is empowerment? Like people would say doing a boudoir session is empowering, but what's so empowering about doing a boudoir session, right? People would say doing coaching is empowering, but what is so empowering about doing coaching, and what is empowerment anyway? And empowerment, the way I see it, and I haven't read any technical descriptions of what that means. Like the way I understand empowerment is it's giving myself power or being inspired to embrace my own power. But the only person who can give me the power, or the only person to empower me, is me. I can only empower myself. Like I can be here and talking and inspire you on things, but the only person who can empower you is you. I cannot empower you. All I can do is talk about it. I can give you ideas. I can inspire you. But if you decide to not empower yourself, if you decide to not give yourself power, I can't help you. That is why, some women would be open to receive the empowerment and they would be open to give themselves power, while other women would be so closed off from giving themselves that empowerment. And the only difference is their own decision, their own belief system, whether they are allowing to be empowered or they are disallowing themselves to be empowered. Just like going to the movies. This one movie could be absolutely amazing and it could inspire so many people, but then there will be a category of people who just hate it, So there's always the two sides to the coin. There always going to be someone who is obsessed and someone who is not obsessed, right? And the only difference is in the way these people perceive the same thing. The thing is the same, right? I can give you power and I can give her power, and it's up to you to decide whether to accept that power and believe that in that power within yourself, or decide that no, it's not for you and not going to give yourself power. So that's the only difference, and that is how I understand the word empowerment. It's your decision to give yourself that power. And the only person that can give you that power is you. I can't give you that power. She can't give you that power. He can't give you that power. The only person that gives you that power is you. And you need to make that decision whether you're going to give yourself that power or not going to give yourself that power, right? That's the only decision. You'll either allow it or you'll disallow it and block it. And you'll either receive the progress or you're not going to receive the progress and you're going to stay where you at. That is the difference between successful people and not successful people. People who are successful taking criticism and improve themselves and move forward. Not successful people stay where they at because they're so triggered through their insecurities and they're not allowing themselves to take that constructive criticism and move forward and really learn and know where they can improve, right? So that's the only difference. Allowing or disallowing, what do you choose? That is why when you come into boudoir session, so many women would be raving about doing a boudoir session and how much it has helped them to be aligned with their sexuality and feel beautiful and sexy and feminine for a long time in their life. They didn't have that opportunity and they finally reconnected with that. And then there would be women who would go through the same level of experience and through the same level of service, and some would be raving about it and some would be like, whatever, right? So, and the only difference in that is you. And to the level, how do you understand? How much of the transformation are you open for? How much of that transformation are you going to allow within yourself? Are you going to be allowed for a boudoir session to change your life? Are you going to allow for the confidence coaching to change your life? Or are you going to get stuck at the same level and not have that transformation? You are the only person. And, I used to go to these empowerment events back when COVID was not, in full speed, and there were still all these live empowering events going on. And I absolutely love being live, surrounded by women who create this environment of like where everyone is ready for their own transformation and everyone is ready for their own breakthrough. And I just get charged up with that energy, with that excitement, with that belief that breakthrough is available for me too. That I'm going to receive a different understanding to improve the quality of my life, to improve where I can grow, to understand what's been holding me back, to understand where my limiting beliefs are, to understand why certain thing has not been working for me. And because I was surrounded by the community of women at those, like inside this banquet hall, everyone was so fired up to receive their own breakthrough. I felt the energy. Like if I took a match and the match would flame up. That's how charged up the environment is. Do you think in that kind of environment, I wouldn't have received my transformation? Not a chance. Not a chance. That is why what we surround ourselves with influences us so much. So I personally loved going out, and as soon as COVID stuff is over, as soon as all those live events are back, I'm out. Like I'm out. That is my, and in fact I would love to set up those events myself for you ladies. However, if I'm in my own environment and I'm surrounded by naysayers and people who don't believe in my transformation and people who bring me down and people who tell me I'm not good enough and people who always complain about me not doing things right, will I receive that kind of same level of transformation versus where I'm surrounded with women who are believing in limitless possibilities for themselves? The two completely different worlds. Will I receive that breakthrough? Will I be empowered being surrounded by women who are limitless because they believe in their own limitlessness? Versus my own environment, for example, and I'm blessed to say that I do not have that environment. I used to have that environment back when I was living in Russia. That was years and years ago. That's why I no longer live in Russia anymore and surrounded by people who block my growth and process and progress, right? But what kind of level of transformation will I receive from two different, completely different environments? I will receive much bigger transformation by being surrounded by other women who believe in their power, who believe in their limitless possibilities, who believe that they're not just enough. They are the center of the universe. They can do anything. They can be anything. They can make that decision to be anything they want to be in life and take that power. Take that power by just simply saying, I can be that woman. I can be confident. I can be beautiful. I can be loved. I am loved. I am worthy. I can charge that much money. I can be financially independent. I can travel the world. I can have kids and family and be sexy and do all of that. I can, right? Versus people or friends who are very limiting, and they say, "Oh, you gotta choose. You either be a mother or you be like the slut. Like you gotta choose which one, like that." And I'm here to tell you, you can't be both. Well, you don't need to be a slut if you don't decide. If you decide not to, I'm not giving you that as an option. But you can be all of it if you decide to. It's really what is it, and what's in it for you. What is it that you want? What's your love? What's your archetype? Your archetype is a love goddess. What does she look like? How empowered is she? Have you ever sat down and gave her a description? Have you ever sat down and thought, what is your ideal woman is that you want to embody or become? And when you sit down and really get very clear, and that's what majority of population is missing, they're so busy with lives, they don't have time to sit down and envision what their ideal life is going to be like. They're just busy doing stuff without really meaning to. There's no mindfulness within the life itself. It's just going through the motions, waking up in the morning, going to work, making lunches for kids. Like have you ever sat down and asked yourself a question? What is my ideal life looks like? What is my love goddess looks like? What does she wear? What body type does she have? Like, and how do I want to become and grow towards becoming her and embodying her qualities, whether physical qualities, whether internal qualities? Like, is she confident? Every time I ask a question, what are you looking from coaching and boudoir session, the answer I get is confidence, 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 confidence. Your love goddess is confident, right? So how do you take those steps to step into that? What steps do you take to step into that power and give yourself confidence? It's gonna require incremental improvements. It's never gonna go from here to here in a millisecond. It's gonna go through here, 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 little steps. Little steps. You're gonna climb to that. But have you ever asked yourself, how do I empower myself? What does my love goddess look like? How can I become her? How can I become her? And that is the most question that most women don't ask themselves. Yes, they look through the images we post in a group and they say, "Oh, she's so beautiful and she's so sexy, but she is her and I cannot be her." And that's what goes through most women's heads. But if you've given yourself this little bit of a possibility, what if you said, "I can be her and I will be her, and I'm gonna aim for the moon, but maybe I'm gonna land on a star. Maybe I'll hit a star," whatever the saying goes, right? Have you ever just said, what if? What if this is possible for me? What if I can be confident? What if I can be beautiful? What if I can have it all? Would I want to pursue that level of life that I have? Like, I only have finite amount of days and years to live here on this earth. Like, what if the remaining days that I have are spent living this really amazing quality of life that I thought back 5 years ago I could only dream about, and now I'm giving in to this idea that I can have those dreams to come true for me. I don't have to sacrifice. I don't have to believe that certain things are not available for me. What if you just started believing? Do you think universe would level up with that? And I know it's the law. It's the law. It is the law. If you believe in it, it's only a matter of time when it comes true. The path will be shown to you. The path will be shown to you. You just need to stay consistent with your desire and really feel into that and be really confident and very clear on what it is that you are wanting to create for your life. And clarity is what most people are missing. And sometimes I have those moments too. That's why I'm keep doing the work over and over and over. I connect to that clarity and I disconnect to that. And I connect again and disconnect again. And that's why sometimes every day I would sit down and I ask myself that question. What is my ideal life gonna look like? What do I want to become? And if and you know, that level of woman, I already have it. It's in the non-physical. It's only a matter of time for me to implement that or manifest that, materialize that into the reality. It already exists in the energetic form, right? What if you started asking better questions every morning? Questions that involve, what is my ideal life looks like? What is my ideal woman looks like? Who do I want to become? Am I happy where I'm at, or do I want to continue growing? What can be improved? How can be my marriage improve? How can my marriage improve? How can my life improve? What do I want to create? What do I want to deliberately create in my own life? When you start asking those levels of questions, you're going to receive those levels of answers, and you're going to receive the clarity of where you're going. And every morning, instead of waking up and just like, oh, another day, like, you're going to be like, fuck yeah, it's another day to make my dreams come true. You're that much more passionate, that much more excited, that much more happy, that much more happy. And that is what I want for you. And that is what I want for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me check if we have any comments. No, no comments. Girls, this is what I want to share with you. I am so excited to finally make an announcement for a workshop that we will be doing, that will be kicking off February 14th. February 14th is a day of love, and you know, we all get juicy and have our Valentine's moods, right? And I want to twist it a little bit and turn it into a day of self love, right? A day of self love, because you gotta love yourself first. If you don't love yourself first, you cannot expect someone else loving you. They will love you, but it's not going to be the same level of quality. You have to love yourself first, and other people will follow. And a day of self-love is this new stage of your own life, right? Like, new stage. Like, I'm declaring that from this day forward, I will start loving yourself more, and this is what I'm going to do for myself, and this is how I'm going to do it. And through that process, I will embrace my own confidence. I will embrace my own beauty. I will learn how to fall back in love with myself. Right now, you might be looking in a mirror and you're wondering, who is this woman? How she got here? Like, I don't even recognize her. She used to be so much different. She used to have so much more passion, and now what's now? I used to be in that place. I used to be in that place where I looked at myself in the mirror, and I, not so much about my body, and I know a lot of you struggling with the body, but like with the state of life where I used to be at. With the state of life I used to be at. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, who is that woman? She used to be so passionate. She used to dream so big. She used to charge up the world, and who is this woman now? She's stuck, she's miserable, she's depressed, she feels trapped, she doesn't know how to change her life. That has started my personal development journey like threefold, right? At that moment. And that has made me question, how can I be better? How can I change my own life? And so and that was, gosh, that was 2012, if not earlier. That was 2012 when I really hit the bottom, right? And that's 10 years ago. Yes, it took me 10 years to get where I'm at right now, but it's been a journey. And I've been consistent on that journey, and I've been improving myself over and over and over. And I am like completely on the opposite side of where I used to be: depressed, unhappy, disempowered. I was waiting for someone to come into my life, and specifically, I was waiting for my husband to level up and start making more money so I could be more free and do more things. And that never happened. I was so disempowered because I was waiting for someone else to bring that to me. And I never questioned, how can I give it to myself? And the turning point happened when and you know my story if you've been following me, when I lost my child. That's when the turning point happened. That's when I said, I will never tolerate like this life ever again. And what it showed me is that our lives are so fragile that I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow. That's why I need to make a change now so I can live my life to the level I want to live my life at, right? I'm sorry. I'm just a crier. And when I questioned that, when I hit rock bottom, that's where like I couldn't go any lower anymore. And I said, I will not tolerate this any longer. And I have said to myself, I will find a way. I will find a way no matter how hard it takes and no matter what it takes. I will find a way to free myself and give myself that power. And that is when I made a decision to never wait for someone else to change my life anymore, but for me to change my own life. And that is when I became empowered. That is when I gave myself power. I gave myself power. Nobody else did. I was waiting and waiting and waiting for the 10 years before that. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Never happened. Never happened. But when I made a decision to give myself power, when I made a decision to do it no matter what it takes, when I made a decision to figure it all out, were there lots of failures and lots of tears and figuring out how to make it happen? Yes. Was it easy? No. Did I have to go through lots of bullshit? Yes. Was it scary? Yes. Did I have to take scary steps? Yes. But when I made that decision, the path started to unfold to embracing my own power and learning how I can become that woman that I once dreamed of becoming. Only when I made that decision, only when I said, I will give that power to myself. I will figure it out. I don't need anyone else to show me the way. I will find out a way myself. And when I made that decision, I have found a way. I have found a way, and that's why I'm so passionate. Just like you would ask me, why don't you just stick to like boudoir photography? Why don't you just stick to boudoir photography? Why don't you like, you having a lot of clients and all of that? Because that's not enough. Like boudoir photography, yes, it changes lives, but then what? Then these women go back to their same old patterns and nothing changes. Nothing changes. And I am so like I've been so blessed to discover how to give myself that power I want to scream from the mountaintops to tell women it is possible. You can become the best version of yourself. You can give yourself that power. You can be financially independent. You can be confident. You can take charge of your own life. You don't need to keep waiting for someone else to come into your life and tell you and how to change your life. You don't need to be waiting, because you're going to be waiting for years and years and years, and it's never going to come until that one day when you're going to be fed up with everything and you're going to say, fuck my life. I'm done living this miserable life. I want to change it for the better. I'm going to be the one who's going to give myself power. I'm going to figure it all out, and that's when your path will start. That is why I'm not sticking to just boudoir photography. That is why, because I'm so passionate to change women's lives at such deeper level that just boudoir photography is just not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to change your life for the better. It's good start, and it shows you beauty, and it tells you that you're gorgeous, powerful, and it inspires you. But then what's the next step after that? How do you take that experience and use it to continue that journey, to continue that transformation? How do you use that to really have the changes to be so core, like, and not surface level? How do you make it work? How do you continue that journey? And that is why it's not enough for me. I want to give you bigger transformation. You deserve it. You deserve it. You have no idea how powerful you are. All of you. You're divine beings. You're from God. And you have no idea. Like, you don't even know. You don't even realize how powerful you are. And all you focus is that your butt is too big, while you not even understanding the totality of the wholeness that you are. And that is what I want for you to really dive in and anchor in, for that transformation to happen. To understand that the universe really revolves around you. Everyone is the center of their own universe, and you are the same, but you don't believe that. You believe that things are happening for you because you're so miserable, and this and that, and all of those excuses that we like to come up. And it's not true. It's simply not true. Wow, you girls, this is so crazy. When I sat down to do this, I did not even know that what was gonna flow. I usually don't even. It's my curse and my blessing at the same time. I don't know what's gonna come out when I sit down and do these, but it's inspiration led, and I'm letting whatever comes through me come through me. I also believe I'm a divine messenger, and I'm opening that channel to whatever needs to be spoken through me. So hopefully this changes your life for the better. Or if you have some sort of breakthrough from this, that's wonderful. Let me know. My goal is to change one woman's life every day. I want to change one woman's life every day. And as I grow, I want to change like multiple women's lives daily. That's really what I want. That's my service to the universe. And I'm not feeling fulfilled unless I'm doing that. So the workshop that we will be kicking off on February 14th is to start learning how to embrace your sexy confidence. I'm going to share with you path to start transforming your life, to start believing, having the beauty is important, and it's going to be part of that, but what really needs to change is your inner paradigm. And I am very, very excited to be kicking this off on February 14th. So if you haven't registered, the link is up there in the comments. Go ahead and register so you don't miss out. We'll be sending out emails and text messages when it starts. So you don't want to miss this. This is going to be epic. I'm so excited. And thank you so much for joining me in this live video today. And I will see you tomorrow at 12. Love you all.